screens give me goosebumps. I'm not knowing what
Get into it. So look, before we even get into the charts, right, and everything, you have to know what you're doing, man. First of all, you have to have a strategy. You have to have a specific setup that you're looking for and know what's the best time frame to trade. So I'm gonna set y'all up on the best time frame to trade when it comes to forex trading, right? And I'll make another video to show you guys the best time frame to set up when it comes to trading binary options. Now I'm gonna show you, right, what's the best indicator. I'm gonna walk you guys through it, right? But the first thing we have to do is we have to go on, right? We have to check the news. So we have to go to Forex Factory, right? You have to do this every single day. Every single day before you trade, go to Forex Factory. You have to know what's going on in the world. You have to know what's going on with the news, right? So as of today, right, Friday, right, earlier this morning, we were good with across the country, except for the euro at 6 a.m. You ran into some issues, right? Probably don't want to touch it. The British pound don't want to touch it. You don't want to touch the Canadian or the US dollar at 8:30 this morning, right? If you guys were in that, you probably experienced some things like that, right? Could have been bad, could have been good, right? Even let us know. President Biden was speaking, non-farm, NFP, a whole bunch of other stuff that was going on, right? Right, 12:30 USD. We had one of the Treasury Yield secretaries speak, right? So that's why news went crazy. So if you ever see red folders, you want to stay away from it. Stay away from it. Stay away from orange. Trade at your own discretion. But if you lose, you lose. That's on you. All right. Red, stay away. Orange, trade at your own discretion. Now, I'm going to be doing this from scratch, right? I'm not even using my own TradingView account. I'm doing it from scratch, right? To help you guys out to know what we're going to be looking for, right? So first thing first, I want to make sure that I'm on a pair that's actually moving right now. So what I'm going to get on, all right, let's click on Ethereum, right? I'm going to do it on Ethereum. Right now, the best time frame that I like to look for to trade on when it comes to trading regular forex, right? The strategy I'm about to teach you works on every single time frame, but the 15-minute is the absolute best right now. If you're an intraday trader, going to get in and out the market, scalp, boom, right? That's what you want to do, right? Now, if you want to catch faster moves, I'll show you guys that in another video. But look, this is the indicator that we're going to use, right? The indicator. Let's wait for this to come up. Type in 5, right? The 5 moving averages, right? Exponential moving averages, right? Click 5 EMA, right? We click 5 moving averages, right? Now I'm going to show you guys how to set this up when it comes to the numbers, right? So let's go ahead and click on it, right? And let's get this style and this setting correct, right? Get the style and get the setting correct, right? So you want the first EMA to be yellow, right? You want it to be yellow. Want to have it like that, right? With the second EMA, you want it to be red, right? Red, you want it to look like that. The third EMA, you want it to be aqua, right? Aqua, right? That can look like that. Fourth EMA, it could be gray or white, just for the purpose of the background I have. I'm going to make it like super dark gray, right? Super dark gray. Nothing major. And the last EMA, you want it to be dark blue. Super dark blue. All right, now these are the inputs. Now the first EMA is 5. The second EMA is 13. Third EMA is 50. Fourth EMA is 200. And the fifth EMA is 800. Now, see what we want to do for that. Right, doesn't matter. Right, exponential moving average. Click OK. All right, this is how it's going to set up. All right, now we're looking on the 15-minute time frame. And what we're looking for is something that's called a DeLorean, right? I'm going to walk you guys through the 4-step process, right? Now, this is how we can kind of tell what we're looking at, right? So you see all these lines right here, right? Let me just go ahead and draw an arrow and show you guys what we're looking at, all right? So let's identify the direction, right? You guys can even walk through it with me, right? What does the direction look like? What does it look like it's doing right now, right? Is Ethereum going up or is it going down, right? Obviously, right, with common sense, you can see that Ethereum is just going straight up to the sky, man. If you watch you some Ethereum, definitely I'm glad you're taking advantage of this move, man. Look, going crazy, right? Invest in some crypto, man. Definitely buy some Ethereum, right? Whatever you can spare, $10, $20, $30, $50, whatever it is, right? Inside of this uptrend, there are certain moves called DeLoreans, right, that we take advantage of on this 15-minute time frame. We get in and out with the bag, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to find you guys a setup, right? Going to find you guys a setup, and then I'm going to go through the steps with you here, right? Go through the steps with you here. I'm gonna box it, right? Found a perfect setup, perfect classic setup right here, right? Let's go ahead and go through it, right? Now, just for the sake of this, I want to change the candle colors to make it more fitting to my eyes, right? These are the candle colors that I like to use, right? These are the candle colors that I like to use. You can change it to whatever you like, but this is what I like to use. It makes it easy for me to identify, right? Super easy, super simple, nothing too crazy, right? Nothing too crazy. Now I'm gonna keep it at super dark blue. I like it. I like it as super dark blue. All right, press OK. All right, this is what I like to look at. Right, got red candles, got blue candles. Now this is what we're looking at right here. Right now, this is what it's gonna look like: a bullish engulfing candle that's bigger than a red engulfing candle. Right, these are the two things we're looking at. Right, so we have 4 questions we want to ask ourselves. It is called BCLS, bigger cut location space. You get an answer, right? You got to say yes or no to each time you ask yourself this question. If you get a yes to all 4, you take the trade. You get a no to any one of these questions, you save yourself some money, you don't take this trade. Right, this is what I call the DeLorean strategy. So let's make this super see-through so you guys can see what I'm looking at. These are 2 candles that I have boxed, right? And let me even put a tag, right? This is a classic DeLorean setup, right? Classic DeLorean setup. DeLorean buy example, right? The market is going up, 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 up. Anytime the market is shooting up in an uptrend, we want to take advantage of buy opportunities, right? So this is an example right here, right? So we're going to be looking for 4 things. Question 1, is the blue candle bigger than the red candle, right? Sometimes there's an arrow, right? With the IMS Academy, we get access to a software that teaches us many things. That's the platform that I learned from, right? And we usually have an arrow, right? Just to show you guys how this looks, right? Let me see if I can find it, and then get into the rest of the video. And it should be, let's do this, right? This, yeah, we usually have an arrow kind of like this, right? We usually have a blue arrow telling us when to buy, right? We have access to AI, artificial intelligence algorithms that tell us what to do, right? And I know how to apply this outside of the platform and to trade independently by myself, right? So step 1 is this blue candle, right? To the left of this arrow that I just put here, right? You're not going to have it there, right? So you have to know what 4 steps to look for. Is this blue engulfing candle bigger than this red engulfing candle? Yes or no, right? Obviously, yes, it is, right? Super big. Step 2, what we're looking for. We can go ahead and move this arrow away. We don't need it anymore. Step 2, right? Is the red line that we're looking at right here, this little skinny red line, is it cutting through this super big blue engulfing candle and this red engulfing candle? Let's click on it and let's look, right? Let's click on it and let's look. Yes, it is cutting through the blue and the red engulfing candle. Let me zoom in, right? So my viewers can see what's going on. Let me zoom in so my viewers can see what is going on, man. Look. So we see this red candle that I'm clicking on, it slices through these 2 candles that I have boxed. Now, step 3, right, is the aqua line, right? This skinny aqua line that we're looking at, is it closely below or is it cutting through, right? Is it closely below these 2 candles, right? Is it below or is it cutting through? Let's look at it. Obviously, we see what it's doing. It's slicing through. The importance of this aqua line, the closer you are to this aqua line right here, the more money you make. Why? Because it is a magnet, right? Anything that is far away from a magnet is going to pull back to it and you're going to lose money. Anything that's super close to a magnet, in terms of the foreign exchange market, you're going to make money, right? We're going to get bank. All right. Now, step 4, do we have space to make money, right? What I mean by space, whatever your background of your chart is, you want to make sure you see nothing but blank space. Do we have nothing but blank space to make money? Nothing but blank space. We don't need no lines in the way. We don't need anything in our way stopping us from making money, right? We don't have any lines in the way like this, right? No lines like this, right? So let's go ahead and get this thing out of here. We got nothing but blank white space. So we're going to take this trade. Now, how long are we going to stay in this trade? Many people ask me, yo, how did you learn to trade? How long are you staying in these trades? What indicator do you use? This is why I'm doing this video, man. The indicator is called 5, right? And you're just going to choose 5 moving averages, right? 5 moving averages, right? Or you can use 5 EMA. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. 5 exponential moving averages, right? Super easy, super simple. Classic DeLorean setup. the 4 steps pass, and guess what we're going to do? We're going to press that button and take this trade. Now, each candle on this 15-minute time frame is 15 minutes. It's super simple, right? So we have something that's called a 3-candle rule inside of the DeLorean, right? With our strategy, we use it for 3 candles. So you set your timer for 3 candles or less, right? So each candle is 15 minutes. 15 times 3 is what? 45, right? 45, man. If y'all paying attention, y'all let me know, man. 45. So we're going to set our alarm for 45 minutes, and we'll be in and out of this trade, right? So around this particular time frame, this is 4 a.m. Eastern, right? 4 a.m. Eastern, right? April 30th, right? No, April 30th, 3:45 Eastern, right? So around 4:15, 4:30. We should be out of this trade by 4:30, right? If we're in profit, we stay in this trade for another 45 minutes. If we're not in profit, we close this trade at 4:30, right? Super simple. So let me go ahead and draw this up, right? Now let's look at it. We got in at 3:45. The setup was here, right at 4. My mistake, 4:45, right? So we'll stay in this trade until 4:45. If we're not in profit by 4:45, we'll get out of this trade, right? I was looking at the wrong candle, right? So 4, we got in the trade, boom, 4:15, boom, 4:30, we in profit. 4:45, we in major profit. We are up 20 pips, right? We're up 20 pips. So guess what? That could have been $20 if you put $1 in this trade. That could have been $200 if you put $10 on this trade. And if you had more in your account to trade with, you could have made $2,000 in 45 minutes, right? Super easy, super simple. Now, guess what we're going to do? We're going to let this ride for another 45 minutes. And guess what? More profits, more profits. An hour and 30 passed. We're up 26 pips. Let it ride for another 45 minutes. More profits, more profits, more profits. Now we're in profit 37 pips, right? And it hit for about 50 pips on that 3-hour trade, right? Hit for about 45 pips. So this is a classic setup for a buy, right? This is how you use the indicator for a buy example. Now, let me go ahead and find a sell example. So let's go to a foreign exchange pair, right? Let's go to a foreign exchange pair, right? And let's see exactly what is going on. See exactly what is going on, man. What is going on? So let's look, let's look, let's look. All right, let's look. And as we can see here, let's zoom out, and look. What is the market doing? What is the market doing? Let's draw an arrow. The market is going absolutely down. So the market is going down in a downtrend. We're going to look for nothing but sales, right? I'm giving you guys the sauce and showing you guys how to use this indicator, man. Pay attention, take notes, apply it. If you want to get access to hands-on mentorship with me, you can easily do that, man. All I got to do is go through the steps I have below in my description, and we'll be able to do that. All right, so now look, let's go ahead and look for a sell example, right? The sell example is just like the buy example. It's just a little bit different. We're going to tweak a couple of things, right? Let me go ahead and move this volatility thing out the way. Now let's go ahead and zoom in, right? Let's find a sell example. Find a sell example. Find a sell example. And I have one right there. This is excellent, but we would have been out that trade. I have another one right here. We would have been out that trade. Now let me find a good one. A good one, 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 a good one. Now let's look, let's look. Well, they're all sell examples through all this, through all of this, but let's find a classic one for you guys here. All right, this one is actually wasn't bad, but too far, too far, too far, too far. Classic DeLorean setup right here. Right here, perfect, found it. All right, classic DeLorean setup. Right, there was a couple, but I wanted to make it super easy for y'all to see just for the purpose of the video. All right, just for the purpose of the video. All right, so now we're on the euro versus the US dollar. These are the two candles that I'm looking at. Right, and if I was to sell, right, versus buying, right, with the IMS Academy, what we have access to, right, just use this down arrow, right? Let's click this. We're going to have a down arrow that's going to be red, right? So in IMS Academy, with the artificial intelligence that we have, right, we get arrows telling us whether to buy or sell, right? And it tells us what time frame to be on. How do I know how to do this? Because I went through IMS Academy. I leveraged the educators and learned from them, and I know how to apply it outside and trade independently on my own free time, right? So look, This red arrow is what we're looking at. This is how we know to sell. We know the market's going down in a downtrend. Now, you're not going to have the arrow, but just for the purposes of the video, I want to show you guys, right? Now, we're looking at these two candles. Step one, is this red engulfing candle bigger than this blue candle? Yes or no? Obviously, yes, it is. Step two, does this red line cut through this red candle and this blue candle, right? Does it cut through the candle bodies, right? The candle bodies are the shaded colored region, the shaded blue region and the shaded red region, right? As you can see, it's cutting slice through. Step three, this aqua line, man. Look, the only difference between buying and selling, you want the aqua line to be above instead of below for a buy, right? Is the aqua line closely above or is it cutting through? The aqua line is basically hugging these two candles, man. So look, we're close to it. That means we have an opportunity to make some money. So guess what? We're going to take this trade, right? Now, step four, do we have nothing but blank space below us? We have nothing but blank space. So what does that mean? We hit the button. We take the trade, man. Click the button. Stop being scared. Click the button. Click the button. Guess what? We're going to stay in this trade for 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, we're only up about 5 pips. That's not bad, right? In and out of this trade, just something super small, right? It could have made you $5, $50, $500, or $5,000, depending on what you have. If you have $1, it would have made you about anywhere between about $5 on this trade, nothing much. If you had $10 on this trade, you would have made you about anywhere between $500, possibly, right? No, if you had $100, you would have made about $50 on this trade. If you had put $1,000, you'd have made $500 on this trade, right? Now, let's see if I can find a better example, right? That actually wasn't bad. Let's see if I can find one more. Let's go to the USD JPY, right? Now let's go ahead and zoom out. We're gonna go do the same thing, guys. Right? It's not rocket science. We're gonna do the same thing, nothing new. Right? Let's see what the market is doing right now. The market is doing right now. And the market just absolutely tanked. Gosh, I don't know if I got any positions in on this trade, but it's not in a downtrend right now. Not yet, at least. Let me go to GU. GU is in an uptrend. Currently in an uptrend. Now let me see if I can find some old trades. It's been in an uptrend for a minute. For a minute. All right. Let me zoom all the way out. Let's see what's going on from a bigger perspective. Okay. All right. It's not necessarily doing anything. It's a bit low-key, kind of like consolidated a little bit. It's kind of just moving sideways. It's not going up or down. All right. So look, I'm going to an older part of the chart, right? Back in February. Now let's go ahead and look. Man, no, matter of fact, no, let's do current market conditions. Current market conditions, so you guys can see how it looks. Current market conditions. Current market conditions, we're in a major uptrend. I'm going to show you guys what we would have looked for a trade today, right? But actually, today is not a day to trade, but I ain't going to say too much on that, right? The market is currently in consolidation, right? Consolidation means the market is moving sideways. You see, it's not doing much, right? Market, boom, went up, came down, went up, came down, went up, came down. This is what a consolidated market looks like. Come on. Oh, I forgot to put the lock pencil on. This is what a consolidated market looks like. It's kind of just going up and down, right? Just not really doing much at all. Not doing much at all. Let me erase these real fast. Or yeah, just trash the whole thing. Not that important. Matter of fact, let's go to Bitcoin. Go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been in a major. What did it do this? May 4th. What's today? 6, 7. Okay, we good. We're good. currently in a trade on Bitcoin. That's kind of why I was looking at it. Bitcoin, it was in a Bitcoin is not necessarily, nah, it's not in the downtrend. Bitcoin's in the uptrend. Bitcoin's in the uptrend, so we're looking for nothing but buys. Now, how do I know that? Because I went back to an older time, scrolled to the older time, right? This is in March. See, Bitcoin is going straight up, right? We can go to current market conditions. Bitcoin is not necessarily just shooting straight up, but you can see it's rising little by little, rising little by little, right? Rising little by little, right? Still rising. Yeah, it has its drops because immature traders buy at the top. That's kind of what Bitcoin does. It corrected itself, right? Corrected itself. And now it is gradually going back up, right? So Bitcoin is gradually, slowly going back up in the uptrend, right? Not necessarily consolidated, slowly going in the uptrend. All right, so let me show you guys what you would look for if you were to take a trade on Bitcoin on the 15-minute time frame for a buy example, right, in current market conditions. Let's see if it threw us one and gave us an opportunity of what we could have possibly did and got in the market, right? What we could have possibly got in the market with. That wasn't bad, but we weren't in profit as much. That is something, but it's not something that we can necessarily look at here. Necessarily something we can look at here. And I'm gonna have to cut into some of this. I ain't shit on Bitcoin right now. I'm gonna have to cut into this, bro. LL, OG, line country, stop it. Boom, 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 boom. LL, OG, loss. LL, golly. I didn't even know what trade I did. That's probably good, bro, for this video. I'm doing too much at this point. All right, we'll just edit that. I don't know necessarily what to do for it, but we'll just edit that, bro, as what it is. Wherever I stop for the selling, that's it. But look, man, that's everything for today's video. I appreciate you guys for watching the video. This is the best indicator for trading forex trading, right? Intraday trading style, 15-minute time frame, 5 moving averages, exponential moving averages. You can choose whichever one it is. Go to the 15-minute. I showed you the DeLorean buy example on the 15-minute, how to take advantage of it, and a sell example on the 15-minute. So that's everything for today's video. Appreciate you guys. We out. Like, comments.
Blue screens give me goosebumps. I'm not knowing what